Do you know what I like to do on my birthday? I like to look at some baseball cards. So my wife has been in Germany and her flight got canceled. I had mechanical issues, so she was supposed to come home tonight, and now she's delayed an extra day. So I'm all by myself on my birthday. So what better way to celebrate than to look at some baseball cards? And I got a very special card in the mail for my birthday. So Garrett over at Card Cutter, he was opening some packs of 1981 Fleer cards. And he had this one card, and the gum was stuck to it. And I asked him if I could buy it from him. And he said, if you want this thing, I'll just send it to you. So I got this in the mail. He sent me a letter, sent me a note with it. It says, I absolutely love that you asked for this card, LOL. It's not worth a cent, but it means something to you. I hope you and the missus are doing well, my friend. Take care and see you in Strongsville, Garrett. So the card he sent me is the 1981 Fleer Davy Lopes with the gum stuck to it. Now this set takes me back. So in the summer, I often talk about where I would go to get my cards. We had a little convenience store in my small town, and I lived out in the country, and it was about a mile walk through the woods. And in the summer, we would always scrounge up our change, and we would go down, and we would buy packs of cards. I believe they were 25 cents at the time. And we would go to this one newsstand, and then there was another little kind of grocery store across the street. They would have some sometimes, and we had a drugstore, and sometimes they would have some too. But this one convenience store always had them. So in 1981, man, were we excited, because that's when Fleer and Donruss came on the scene. And now we had two other sets to put together in addition to the tops. And we had a new Sheets in town. It had just opened up, and they carried the Fleer and the Donruss. The newsstand still only carried the tops. So we started going to the Sheets, which was like another half a mile away. And we would get the Donruss, and we would get the Fleer. And we would also get, we get Slurpees, and sometimes you get little 3D discs with those, and the King Bee jerky. And they would have discs in there. Sometimes, you'd find other things there. But this set really takes me back. Now, on Sundays, there was a flea market at the fire hall down there. And they used to sell these by the box. I believe they were $7 a box back then. So this set is very nostalgic to me. And I am thrilled to have this. Garrett, thank you so much. I love it. I don't know about you guys. Have you noticed that aside from the really big cards, vintage card prices have really come down? I am loving it. I'm getting a lot of stuff really cheap. I got this 1952 Burke Ross Monty Irvin. I've been looking for this for a while. I got this O-Pee-Chee John Candelaria, 1980. And if you're the one that sold this to me, let me know in the comments so I could put your username with it. He sent me a note. I got a note with this card. It said, thank you, Mr. Hobby President. These have a nice cleaner back than the tops. What do you do when you have all the top sets? Start getting the O-Pee-Chees. I was going through some of my old Upper Deck cards, had them stored at my other house, like I haven't looked through them in forever. And one of the ones, I just think this is such a cool card, so I'm going to show it as kind of a card of the day. 1990 Wade Boggs. Almost looks 3D. Upper Deck was so cutting edge when they first came out. They were like fancy. We were like, what are these? And they were 99 cents a pack. Weren't used to paying 99 cents a pack. Got this Wemby. I just love this card. They have a nice red cracked ice too. I might pick that up. So the other night I went on with Drew and Dan, and we did an interview with Eddie Watt. Now, if you missed it, it doesn't show up in your videos. You have to go to my page and then move over to lives, and you'll find it. It's the last live we did, but it was fantastic. And in honor of that, I wanted to show a 1973 Johnny Pro of Eddie Watt. So that's what I have for you. Happy birthday to me. Thanks for hanging out with me. I got to go. Actually, Sheetz had the Slush Puppies, and they were way better than the Slurpees. The Slush Puppies had these little balls of ice, and they would put the juice in there, and you would suck them through the straw, and then you would chew on them. Oh, they were delicious. Man, that brings back some memories. I wish I had some Topps gum to chew. All right, I got to go. Thanks for hanging out with me.